knows how many people that are attracted to the point that they choose to fear the God of Israel as opposed to fearing Zeus or Jupiter or whatever.
It's important to remember that when it calls him God-fearers in Acts, it's a technical term. It's not like, here's Joel, God-fearing man.
Right.
It's a technical term talking about Gentiles who wanted to hear about the God of Israel and study his Torah.
Right, okay. So they desire to know him through his word, and where are they going to find that? Who has record of the creator of the heavens and the earth, who has no image, and we have no record of him in our Greek pantheon.
Yeah.
Right, so therefore they're going to be with the Jews, and they're going to be in this synagogues, which Gentiles are being accepted by Jews, and whether they are converts, proselytes, or the circumcision, or whether they're God-fearers. But to be a God-fearer means that you are doing essentially that which the letter written by the council in Jerusalem is telling them. You've stopped your idolatry to the best of your ability, and they're congregating with Jewish people in synagogues, in order to learn Torah and the commandments, to live by them, to the best of their ability.
What we see happening there, we think finished in the first century. But if we look at history in the Greco-Roman world, the next 3 or 4 centuries, the same type of phenomena continues. There had always been an X amount of Gentiles that wanted to hang around the synagogue, even believers. And there's 2 examples I could think of that are really fascinating. And they're both from the 300s, the 4th century.
Okay.
One is from Constantinople, where we have this guy named John Chrysostom. He, before the resurrection day comes, he preaches a series of 8 sermons that are called in Greek against the Jews.
Okay.
And in these 8 sermons, which was highly scathing description of Jewish people, I mean, it's one of the worst descriptions you could ever imagine.
Wow.
He is actually admonishing people in his congregation in these 8 sermons to keep away from the synagogue.
Wow.
Don't celebrate Passover because that's coming.
Yeah.
Don't celebrate Pesach. Keep away from the synagogue. And he calls the synagogue the house of the devil.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But why is he doing that? Because believers are still seeing a necessity to go to the synagogue. Why? Well, at least one reason is to learn Torah.
Right, okay.
And to be with the people of God.
People are still gravitating to it. As much as they are hearing these sermons of telling them how horrible it is, whatever experience they have tells them how wonderful it is, that they're still drawn to it. They want to be in the hearing of the scripture, of the Torah, and the wisdom of its commandments.
There might be another reason too.
Okay.
This is really bizarre. I was just reading this recently.
Okay.
Apparently, in the 4th century synagogues, there was a lot more going on in there than what meets the eye. There was a number of people attracted to the synagogue because when the people met in the synagogue for prayer or worship, whatever you want to call it, they used drums, instruments. They even hired sometimes actors to come in and put little plays on.
Really?
All with the purpose of attracting Gentiles.
Okay.
Seriously, I couldn't believe what I was reading. This is pretty well documented.
Okay, interesting. I wonder if they're playing these musical instruments on the Shabbat or not.
That was my first thought.
Yeah.